Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCK matchup.
Yehu taking a lot of damage here from BDD on his Azir, and this is actually really smart. It's Purshik going to find Sponge here, and it's his clever little pathing that's allowed this to happen. Finds the permafrost onto the Zyra, and without her plants, what's she going to do? Yehu also getting solo killed in the mid lane at the same time. The flash from Sponge, Yehu flashing in as well, but BDD gets out of there, and there's first blood for Purshik. It's crazy all over the map, but KT coming out on top.
KT winning still should be a trade. DRX should be able to secure these, but man, the Ezreal losing all this farm in a tough matchup already with the Hui, Kalista. He's now lane swaps. They're not even going to teleport Perfect back to lane. He's just going to walk because he's like, yeah, but maybe you guys get a split plate here. Don't really care. Not too.
No fate's going to be sealed anytime soon, as Perfect still likely to get dove, as there is a teleport coming in. Fleta tanks up this turret for an extraordinarily long time. Is Perfect. He hits Meganar, but then he gets hit by a ram, and so he will be going down. The turret is also going to fall on the bottom side, so first turret blood in trade for the first kill for DRX.
Yeah,
We're also going to get the turret.
Had to use his teleport for that though, so pretty expensive here, and it is a trade of turrets as you mentioned. But I mean, look at what BDD is getting done here in mid. Doesn't even have Nashor's tooth. He's just ripping this to shreds though, and with only 2 grubs because he's got barrel. And Pioshik's help here, and down goes the turret. So it's 2 turrets. He does not have flash from that prior play, nor his Narbar. So it's a good timing to punish.
Yep, Sponge going to come on down. Does land one of them. Stranglethorns to come on through, but the hop is pretty strong. Almost gets out, but he's not able to. Perfect just going to get chopped up and destroyed. Rascal getting the same treatment here towards the top side, but it looks like he will be able to make it out. Fellow's breath to help him there. As Barrel just throws some fire his way. Deft going for a bit of a 1v1, and Teddy wants nothing to do with it, understandably so.
Yeah, and this is going to be one more charge on the Herald as well.
Yeah. And it looked like, you know, like DRX went for the play, Perfect died, but there's still bounties up, right? It's still like a 4th
turret. They get an extra charges. Now they're going to try to punish BDD.
All right, let's see whether they can get it here as the Zenith Blade doesn't quite work. Zegan and Zagan finds the Emperor's Divide, and that's why he's the goat of...
Still going to be relatively useful for the Azir. That's going to do a lot of damage up in the face of people. He's going to go low, but he's going to do a lot of damage. He's going to get some extra resistance. But KT group on an objective. They're a little bit sloppy with the setup. Could be a problem.
All right, BDD finds the ulti here. Yehu going for that 1v1. He goes into melee range of Ione, and he's got backup. Top laner going to be coming in. Perfect comes down, and that is going to be that.
You know, DRX that is, but they can't even get Teddy in position to use any of that, and they kind of just watch the Drake go.
Yep. I think that DRX wanted this to happen. Honestly, like, the way out of this is starting to really hurt with these Mystic shots. We're going to have to be careful as Rascal looks for a knockup, gets it onto Pioshik that he didn't even know was there, and now Sponge is just going to explode. Couldn't even press the Stranglethorns button, and he's just dead. Yehu also going to get feared there by Beryl, carries his ultimate back as well, and the Azir is starting to pick up the kills. Deft also dancing forward, celebrating his 1000th game with a kill on his opposite number, and now Yehu is just running for the hills. Pioshik going to get stabbed a little bit, but I think that this one's pretty inevitable, especially with the known location that he has to go back to there. BDD doesn't even allow that to happen. And KT, they should be able to head towards this Baron, take this down, and start really doing some damage to the base.
It was starting to look like, okay, maybe with some of that poke from Teddy, there's an angle here until KT got decisive. Perfect teleport was immaculate, is able to just hard commit to the top part of the fight there after Pioshik finds the perfect angle. Missed a lot of ults this game, but
now it is really ballooning in KT's favor. Very close to a 10,000 gold lead. It will be after this inner turret does go down, as you can see right there. And DRX, not a whole lot of options here. 29 seconds on the Elder Drake as well. That one's going to be up extraordinarily soon. KT, we're going to try and break open this bottom inhibitor turret first, and that is just going to go down. BDD does so much damage to these structures, and Perfect being so annoying here in this mid lane. Teddy now trying to take matters into his own hands as there is True Shot Barrage to come out. Doesn't land onto Beryl though. As the Glacial Prison's picked up by Teddy, and BDD is going to collect him as well. Thrown over the wall, and into the back line they go. Yehu does manage to get the kill onto the Azir, but Rascal's also going to go down. Deft doing so much damage here after that double kill. And KT, with a couple lying on the floor for DRX. They could either go towards the Elder, or they could look to really do some damage in this space.
It's basically a true choose-your-own-adventure ending here for KT, as it looks like Perfect is going to take out the inhib turret, as well as deny any rotation over. Look at all the wards they have. Even if DRX did have an insta-respawn button for their whole team, they'd have to cross over so much vision of this comp for KT to get to the Elder in the first place. An extremely dominant...
Like, Elder is very strong, and they're now pushing in. The Baron has dissipated, so the minions are killable. We'll see whether they can get on top of those. The Glacial Prison is going to connect. They layer it with Barrel's ulti as well, as BDD is going down very, very low. Flashes out of there, though, and Pletter is going to get eaten by the Dragon. Now Yahoo is also going to be in trouble. Perfect dives on top of him. He is going to go down for it, though, and it's messy on the KT side. But now they're focusing on these turrets. They've still got Deft alive. BDD also there, trying to get that health bar back up again. They are utilizing this Chemtech Soul, you know, keeping their health bars as low as possible. And I think that it might just be enough here, as Deft bouncing around the battlefield, wanting to take down this turret. And there goes Teddy. The Dragon comes down. It's Beryl that locks up the kill. Remember, Deft still has his GA available. It's a double kill here for Beryl, who's just taking them all from Mr. 1000 Games. And there is the fear on top of Rascal. He's going to get eaten. Oh, this one is actually going to go to Deft. 407 on his Callista, looking absolutely fantastic in this game. We'll see whether they can do it again for game number 2, but right now this one's all about KT, and they will end it right here. Congratulations to Deft.
These were the best highlights from today's LCK matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say, okay. See you on the next one.